We have a finished... I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Hello and welcome back to Blues Armory, where today it is costume update time. So it's been a while since I've been on YouTube because I've been away again for work. I know, it's really, my real life job is really interrupting my costuming, cosplay stuff. But since coming back, I thought I'd give an update with what's going on in that. I was about to say the shop. I was gonna call this a shop day, but then realized that my shop is just the office in my house. It's not really a shop. Anyway, let's talk about what is on the table of what's being made and what's in the works and what's coming for my Star Wars costuming. So let's start this off with a series I already have going on, the TIE Pilot costume. I know I said I was taking a break, but I decided just anyway to get going with the costume, and I know it's not going to be 501st approved, but I've put a lot of work and time into it. So I thought anyway, I'd get the costume going and get it together and at least have something to show. So let's show you what's going on with the TIE Pilot first. So first up with the TIE Pilot is we have a finished... I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. We have a finished chest box and front plate and back plate as well, pretty much. But we secured the chest box to the chest plate. We got all the bits on the front finished, including the dials I was still finishing, the switches, all these that, yes, they fall now, and the bits on the bottom. As you can see, I've not glued them together yet, but it is pretty much done. What we also managed to get were the hoses, which are a little bit too bent at the moment, and even managed to figure out the solution for putting them together, which still needs some work, but it's getting there. Magnets were not strong enough, but we're getting somewhere with that TIE Pilot costume. I already have my jumpsuit ready to go, so the only things that I would need to buy, which of course I'm not looking forward to, are the boots, which are expensive, and the gloves, which weirdly again are expensive. But the TIE Pilot costume is on the way. I will do an update once maybe the jumpsuit is done and I've got the hoses properly attached, but that is on the way. Next up, let's talk about something different. So next up, because I needed a new costume, we've got another costume in the works. I went back to the UK and managed to pick through some of my older costuming things, and that meant that I could pick up some pieces that I've had for a while, including this Han Solo belt. In fact, many years ago, I actually had a full sort of Rebel Legion almost approved Han Solo kit. So I managed to pick up what I needed from the UK and what I had left. So what do we have already? We have the shirt, that's ready to go. We have the belt, that's ready to go. We have the boots, that's ready to go. So all I need now is to get the vest sorted and the blaster and maybe some greeblies and stuff, which actually I'm already working on. Let me show you. So we've already started the printing process. I had some spare filament, so I thought why not, but we started printing out the little belt greeblies for Han Solo, and once those are done, I'll move on to the DL44, so we've got that printed as well, which means the Han Solo costume is like a vest away from being done, which is really good, because it means I'll have another costume that I can maybe fire across to the Rebel Legion and see if we can get approved there, which is super cool. Next up, and kind of finally before we wrap up with some small bits, big announcement in that, of course, I've started a new costume. It's easier if I show you. So if I show you this, what do you think? If you said Imperial Officer, you are entirely correct, because I am starting a Imperial Officer. And when I say starting, I'm almost there. So in picking up the boots from the UK, I already have my riding boots ready to go. And as you've seen, I've picked up a few other little bits from a supplier in the UK. I'll talk about that in a sec. And then obviously the biggest part of an officer's outfit is the tunic. And guess what? I have that as well. I'm not gonna bring it out because showing you a black tunic is not very exciting, but I'll put a picture up here so you can have a look on my first dry run of the costume test. I got the infamous, or maybe not infamous, Cos Sky officer uniform. I know it's not the best quality in the world, but I was looking for a really good budget entry costume into the Imperial Officer because I think they're just cool. And I had some credits and I had a discount code as well, so it came out really cheap. I think I only paid like $60 with it shipped as well, so that was an absolute bargain. That needs some serious tailoring, as I've seen on the IOC forums, and just from wearing it, I know that needs some tailoring. But the cool things that I picked up were these two. So, as I showed you before, I picked up my rank badge from Super 6 Props in the UK. It is not metal. I was finding with the metal ones, one, I had to get them delivered from the States, and that's going to take a while, and they're really expensive. So I went with this amazing acrylic sort of rank badge that looks like metal, because I think he puts metal flake or metal paint into the acrylic, and it looks amazing. I think this is a lieutenant. I'm not sure, I will have to check. But also, Super 6 Props was also doing a sort of B grade run, and I managed to pick up this for under £20, which, or maybe it was £20, but it was really cheap. This is the Imperial Officer, or well, barely even Imperial Officer. It is the Imperial belt buckle. Now, if you're in Star Wars costume, you know that these things are actually quite expensive. It is proper metal, and all I need now is just the belt, and I think I can get the belt made for really cheap, which saves me spending like $60, $70 on a belt and belt buckle from someone like Wamperware. No offense to Wamperware, because we'll be going there for something else. So all I need for that to be finished really is some tailoring, the code cylinders, which are already in my Amazon basket, and the hat. The hat, again, Wamperware seem to be the best people for it. I'm gonna go to Wamperware for that, because their stuff looks amazing. So it'll be the Wamperware hat. That's maybe next month. I'd say in about a month, we'll do a full wrap up of the Imperial Officer costume, and it will be done. And then that one can fly off to the 501st, and hopefully we can achieve my year's goal of getting into the 501st. We said this like 3 months ago, and we still haven't got anywhere close to it, but that's 3 costumes on the go. That's insane. I need to stop starting costumes, but it's really exciting that I've got so many costumes on the go, and they're all pretty close to getting finished. So hopefully I'll do some more updates of what's going on with the 3 versions here as well, and then we'll see where we get. But that's pretty much a cosplay update and what's going on in sort of the world of my costumes and everything. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any comments, you can throw them to me on Instagram, you can throw them in TikTok, you can throw them in the comments here. Let me know if you want to see anything different, but that'll do it for the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great week ahead, and happy crafting. See you on the next video. Goodbye.